My dog is usually behind me. She loves to be behind me. And she's a big girl, so sometimes I'm just kind of like on the very edge of the seat. I mean, it's like I have other places to sit, but sometimes I like to sit here. I guess, sort of shape. I just wanted to talk a little bit about take a ride through True Social, Lie Social, Felon 47's, his bargain basement social media app. So I've heard, there's been speculation that his printer girl, you know, the one that used to follow him around and print out articles that were positive about him, she'd constantly show him, or he'd get so upset with the bad press, right? It's been posited that she may be doing some of Trump's social media posts. You know, it's not hard to imitate him, as Gavin Newsom has shown so well. Donald Trump just went through this flurry of reposting other people talking shit about Marjorie Taylor Greene. The first one, they reposted a couple pictures of her. One, she's on The View, and one is when she's at the press conference with the survivors. And I guess the person that reposted it was so pissed because behind her, there are pictures, I guess, on the wall back there. But it doesn't look, it looks like they've been almost photoshopped. It's kind of weird. It says unlock the Epstein files. I'm not sure that they're really there. Anyway, but that's what he got all upset about. You chose your side. You joined the Democrats. You want to better your political future in 2028 instead of helping President Trump fix this country, which is why we voted for him again. Don't let the door hit you on the way out. I'm sure Whoopi's always going to hire you on The View. And then somebody else, first words, said your political future just ended. Nikki said, hope it was worth it, sellout. I'm from a district similar to yours, Massey's in fact. I know my family, friends, and I cannot wait to vote against Massey. I bet many of yours feel the same. Don't pretend it's just about the files. Others are doing the same, and we're fine with that. He fights for America every day. You seem to be focused on getting likes, is what Andrew Pollock said. Figures. P.T. Ward, you've literally been all over the map since he told you the truth. You're not built for this, and it never will be. You speak on things wildly without having any deep understanding of any subject you speak on. Your Doge subcommittee was a complete failure, and the most successful part of it was freshman congressman from Texas. You have done nothing but opportunistically let liberals pass you around like a cheap political football on television for media hits where they sing your praises and pretend that you're being bold and asking great questions. You have no solutions. You're a grandstander, and now you're being called out for it. Best of luck. You're going to need it. That was P.T. Ward. Then he posted this weird shit. I don't even know what this is supposed to be. Eyes wide shut or something? Then he just screeches out, Unaffordable Care Act! That was just yesterday. Yesterday also. Will John Brennan finally get his just desserts? And then he goes on again. Lightweight Congresswoman Marjorie Taylor Brown. And then he puts in parentheses, green grass turns brown when it begins to rot. How? Your mind is beginning to fucking rot inside your skull still, dude. You are nuts. You are crazy. Anybody who had an ex-boyfriend that did this to them, they would get a restraining order. Betrayed the entire Republican Party when she turned left, performed poorly on The Pathetic View, and became the rhino that we all know she always was. Nobody knew that. I'm going to tell you, if you would have guessed anybody would have turned and started to see reality, none of us would have guessed it was her. Then he attacks Seth Meyers and says, so now I'm going to have to go back and see what Seth Meyers said about him last night. It was just last night because he posted that 22 hours ago. Marjorie Taylor Greene is a disgrace to our great Republican Party. He's not pulling punches. And then, of course, from doom to boom, he has to post these fake articles from different places that coddle his nutsack for a while, I guess. Oh, and then he talks about how he's very disappointed in Indiana State Senate Republicans, led by Rhino Senators Rod Bray and Greg Good, for not wanting to redistrict their state illegally in the middle of a districting cycle. Yeah, like you did in Texas, which started this whole bunch of bullshit with Gavin Newsom. California used to have an independent redistricting council. I think every single state should be mandated that you have an independent, bipartisan redistricting council. Going forward, Because we're going to have to, at this point, we have to fight fire with fire. Every time they go and redistrict and get 5 more seats, we're going to have to do it back to them. Even though we might lose some decent Republicans doing that. Sucks, but that's where we are. He is such an asshole. So Democrats have done, we've never done mid-cycle redistricting. Never, not once. Not once, motherfucker, not once. But learn to the truth, slap him in the face, like Clinton's dick. He always lies. Often illegally, and all other appropriate Republican states have done it. Because of these 2 politically correct type gentlemen and a few others, they could be depriving Republican of a majority in the House. A very big deal. California is trying to pick up 5 seats, and no one's complaining about that. Oh, people are complaining. It's weak Republicans that cause our country such problems. It's why we have crazy policies and ideas that are so bad for America. Also, a friend of mine, Governor Mike Braun, perhaps is not working the way he should to get the necessary votes, considering that Mike wouldn't be governor without me. Not even close. It's disappointing. Any Republican that votes against this is important redistricting potentially having an impact on America itself. Should be primaried. Very disappointed. I'm very disappointed in Indiana State. He is a fucking lunatic. He just is. He's a fucking lunatic. I hope that somebody is planning on, somebody has a plan, because it seems like nobody has a plan, right? Like nobody has a plan. And I'm going to tell you, in those emails that have come out, in those documents, Michael Wolff was mentioned 213 times. I'll put this chart up. Bill Clinton was mentioned 392 times. Barack Obama, 421. Jeffrey Epstein, 1,060. And guess how many times Donald Trump was mentioned? 1,628 fucking times. Yeah, of course, they were close at once, or else Epstein wouldn't be so fucking interested still in him. God, and he just can't write at all. He doesn't use capitals ever. What the fuck? Billionaires are lazy, apparently. Are they all like this? I mean, he's above capital letters, I guess. He's above all of us, including the English language and capital letters and punctuation at times. Thanks for watching.